Hello all, and welcome back to another video. Another month has gone by, which means more and more groups have made comebacks and debuts. And I will be here reviewing most of them. I was really excited for this month because of the debuts. Like ARTMS, Unis, and ReScene were groups I was very eager to check out. So, in no particular order, let's start this list off with Young Posse. The music video is so trippy and low-key, scary like it's so 2013 with the bad CGI and all. Like it? Low-key reminds me of old TV bumpers, you know. But they kinda gagged me, not gonna lie. The old retro hip-hop beat ate like, I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I do. So here is the album ranking. I liked the B-sides, but I didn't love them, you know. It's a solid 8.9 out of 10. The title track is really carrying it for me. So let's move on to one of my favorite releases, Illit's Magnetic.
This time I want you, like it's magnetic.
I'ma be so for real with y'all. I was not excited for them to debut. It's not that I was a Wendy hater or because I was pissed that Chanel and Jiwoo didn't debut. Like, yes, I was mad that they didn't debut, but it wasn't because of that. I don't know, I guess because I wasn't really invested in the show. It's simply because there was just nothing exciting. Like with Vcha, I was excited because it's JYP's first global girl group and all. Illit just didn't hook me, and none of their pre-debut activities enticed me to be like, oh my god, I should stan them. But the moment I saw that animated teaser, I knew I was gonna love them. And that love grew when I heard the track list. I could already tell that these girls weren't messing around. I was initially worried about them when they started their debut process because these girls went through hell and back. Being in a plagiarism scandal, Youngseo leaving the group, the NewJeans account, losing about 100,000 followers, and just hate from the general public. I thought they would flop. But seeing the way everyone, including me, is reacting to their debut, I think they're gonna be successful. So here is the album ranking. K-pop songs are getting too short, and so are the EPs. Because they had the audacity to put an intro on a mini album that has 3 2-minute songs. It's a 9 out of 10. The songs were so good but too short, making My World an intro is so. So let's move on to our first soloist on here, Miss Wendy and Wish You Hell.
Wish you hell. I don't wish you well.
It's cute, but it's not my favorite solo. With one of the best female third-gen vocalists, I expected a little more belts and high notes in this song. And look, I know being a good vocalist isn't just high notes. It's about technique or whatever, but I don't know, I just kinda expected some more from Miss Wendy. But she's still ate. It's a nice, cute song. It's low-key, autumn-coded, like it's giving Olivia Rodrigo. Not in a negative way. Like, I love Olivia Rodriguez, little Mexican girl who be crying. So here is my final album ranking. I prefer the B-sides. The title track is very weak to me. I can't complain about the title track too much because she really outdid herself with the B-sides. It's a solid 8 out of 10. She did great. Now let's move on to our next group, Unis.
I turn my Superwoman on when I wanna.
The 5th gen is really refreshing. I am honestly so glad we are steering away from noise music, because sometimes noise music is a bit too noisy. Superwoman was very chill. It was cute, but it was low-key empty. I kinda wanted a big high note at the end of the bridge. I was expecting a bit more boom in the final chorus. Like, the ad-libs were there, but they were pretty quiet. But I honestly love the B-sides way better. Dream of Girls 8 and Butterfly 8 too. So I might as well just show the album rankings. It's a cute debut EP, but side note, I really don't know why I thought there was only 6 members in Unis. But when I watched the music video, I saw 8 girls and I was like, whoa, when did this happen? Anyways, a very solid debut overall, a 9.4 out of 10. Now let's move on to our next group, Vcha.
I could be the one and only one.
These girls really stepped up their game compared to their first pre-debut EP. You can see how the girls have improved in this performance video. It was cute with their little YO universe. I was low-key blasting that in my headphones. But Only One. What do y'all know about Only One? They ate like, they put something in this song cause the way I was blasting this 24/7. They really did their big one, y'all. Overall a 9.7 out of 10. Mainly because Favorite Girl is not my favorite B-side, you know. It might be a grower anyways. Let's move on to iChillin's On My Lips.
Hot sauce, hot sauce, hot sauce, see?
So I like it. A bit kinda, okay? So I don't love it. But it's so close to being a song. I love like it's so close to being perfect. They went for a more fun, cutesy title track, but something feels missing in the chorus. Specifically, the chorus, like the verses and post-chorus, are actually really good. But something about that darn chorus is just so blank and empty. Like this would have been a straight 10 out of 10, had the chorus just had a bit more spice. It might be a grower, but I don't know. I like it. But that love could have been stronger, had there just been a bit more seasoning in that chorus. So let's move on to another one of my favorite releases, BBB by Purple Kiss.
Bad behavior, bad.
Initially, I didn't have an opinion on this song. I was comparing it to Sweet Juice, and because it wasn't spooky meant it wasn't good. Well, that's what I used to think. After a couple listens, I love it. The summery fun in the sun vibes absolutely delivered. I saved it in my summer K-pop playlist. They absolutely ate. I was so close to putting Heart Attack in first. But ultimately, I love Voyager. They ate. This EP was so good. The B-side stood toe-to-toe with the title track for me. Overall, a 9.8 out of 10. They ate down. So now let's move on to our next group, ReScene. Did we just get a 3-minute song in the 5th generation of K-pop? An actual 3-minute song? Like not 3 minutes into seconds and actually a full 3 minutes? No way? Is this actually happening? But oh my gosh, ReScene's debut was exactly what I wanted. Yo-yo in the cold space-like feeling, and now with it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's a build-up song like no problem, whereas the song progresses. There's more layers to the verses, and I am a sucker for those types of songs. This release 8 down 10s across the board. The post-chorus for is my favorite part of the song. I'm super excited for their future. The 5th gen is shaping up to be an amazing generation. Now let's move on to our next comeback, Birth by ARTMS.
I could make a better future. 잠을 섞여 내일부터 꺼진 미소로는 평생.
I am at a loss for words. I'm literally gagged. I was watching the Birth music video and I was just too stunned to speak. We chose the right track, y'all. And to all of you Birth haters, I know y'all's mouth is shut. I can officially say the LOONAverse is back. The cinematography for the music video 8. Like I was in awe with the production. And I just know someone's gonna make an hour-long analysis, talking about the symbolism and what the music video means. A 10 out of 10. I can't wait to see what else they have in store for us. Now let's move on to our next review. I was so used to the cute, youthful vibe of the 5th gen boy groups that when I heard this song and read the lyrics, it caught me off guard. But one thing about Zeem, they might mismanage a group, but their songs and EPs will never miss. It's so frustrating, like we get good songs at what cost? When I first heard I Can't Feel Anything, I was gagged. I was like, whoa, this is a masterpiece. Let's look at the album rankings. This EP stunned me. I wasn't expecting this amount of good songs. I walked into this EP expecting to come out of it unfazed and not really liking any of the songs. I expected there to be a few stinkers, but no, y'all, they ate down. Every song on this EP is so good. 10s across the board. They did their big one. Now let's move on to our next group, ZB1. Out of all the ZB1 songs, this is my least favorite. I just find it so boring. Like, maybe I just don't get it, I don't know. Like, I know people say this song is really good, but I'm sorry, it's a miss for me. It's just not hitting. And I know it should be a bop and it should be catchy to me, but guys, I just don't like it as much as their other songs. I'm sorry, y'all. It's sad to say, but ZB1 is getting a 7 out of 10. I want to love it more, but sadly, it's not doing it for me. Well, let's move on to our next soloist, the Changha. I love Hongjoong's rap. It's very satisfying to listen to. This song is most def a grower. Like it's a good song, but not something I see myself going back to and being like, ugh, I love it. I'm Ready is so good for the gym. I listened to this while on the treadmill and it ate. Like it motivated me. Overall, it's a solid 8 out of 10. I like I'm Ready a bit more than Eeny Meeny, but that rap verse just ate down. This is some of the first Chungha songs I've listened to, so I'd say it's a good start. Please recommend some more Chungha songs. So now let's move on to aespa's and Fraggle Rock's Get Going. They ate y'all like recently aespa has been doing their big one. I love this song. Like, just the way words sound together. If you got what it takes, then take what you got and get going. That part is so satisfying to listen to. And needless to say, they came in with the vocals, 10s across the board. They did that for real, 10 out of 10. It's super catchy. I've really been loving aespa's music recently. It's literally so good, like drama and spicy song of the year. And I honestly didn't expect this collab with Fraggle Rock, but it's super cute. So now let's move on to our next group, Xikers. They ate with the break it down part, like, oh, I broke it down for real. And the switch up at the end where they were building for a huge bang at the final chorus and how it was like a Annie drop. And they went for a more retro sound for the end. They ate down Nin, 10 out of 10. But the B-sides didn't stand out to me. The only one that had me like wow was Break a Leg and kinda supercalifragilistic. But now let's move on to our next boy group, Tempest. Very much summer vibes. It's an alright song, it's not something I see myself really going back to, you know. However, the B-sides, 8. They outdid Lighthouse in my opinion. It's a nice summery single or EP or whatever. Overall a solid 8.5 out of 10. I don't have a lot to say on this single. So now let's move on to our next boy group, The Boyz, and their song Nectar. It's so youthful, it makes me nostalgic, like it just has me reminiscing on fond memories far. It's a nice summer ballad. Like, I love it. It's so cute, it just has this happy aura to the song. Now let's check out the album rankings. I love it and all the songs on this single, 8. This is the first The Boyz songs I've ever listened to, and lemme just say this is a good first impression. They ate down 10s across the board, 8 for real. Now let's move on to our final soloist song from iKON. I don't know what I expected, but when the song played it low-key scared me. Like, it just started right off the bat, which got me to pay attention, and I absolutely love it. Like this whole EP, it's giving me anime vibes. Overall, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. I did not expect to like it as much as I do. So overall, another solid month. This month there was a lot more releases I like compared to February, and we got a lot more debuts, and they did not disappoint. Overall, I would give this month a 10 out of 10. It was low-key iconic, not gonna lie. So that's all for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.